if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Open my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's in purple now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's in purple now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's in purple now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. remember. Good enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Open my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. Good enough I can remember. Good enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember.
Yo, what's good, everybody? We're back with another Music Monday on this Monday, man. Y'all smash that like button, sub up to the channel if you're new, and if you haven't done so already, of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers, occasional trying hauls, and y'all know this is Music Monday, man. Y'all see the nice topic, man. Y'all sign up for that sold out Discord. Link is pinned at the top of the chat, and it's free to sign up. Or, of course, we continue the sneaker talk. We got a food section, a sports section, you name it. So y'all know I just was acting over there, and looks like we just got a new member that just signed up for that as well. Or y'all see we got in the building. But tonight's topic, we're talking the best rap albums of 2024. Definitely wanted to cover that. And also, we got an update with Jay-Z trying to get his case dismissed with the whole Diddy situation. Allegedly, Joe Budden. I don't know if you've been living under a rock, but apparently he was just randomly butt naked outside of his neighbor's house. And we have a Lil Durk update. And then Jim Jones is saying that sneaker culture is pretty much trash. So pretty much those are the night's topics. But y'all see we got in the building, but I'm going to let them go ahead and do their proper introductions.
What's up, y'all? It's Neb. How's everyone doing? I know I wasn't here last Monday. Holidays, this, that, and the third. But I hope you guys still had a great conversation, laughs, and all that. But yeah, what's everyone up to today? Does anybody else have snow? Is anybody else happy about snow? Are you happy about the snow?
No, I absolutely positively hate the snow, and you know that. So that's why I didn't bring it up.
It's so winter wonderland magical.
No, it's not, because you can't do anything. You can't go nowhere. You're locked in the house. You pray to God that it doesn't do too much where it shuts shit down. Where you're absolutely. I'm not trying to sound like a negative Nancy here, but
I was about to say,
nah, you got to make sure the heat working. You can't really go nowhere for real. The people out here in our area, I'm gonna just say it 100. They can't drive in it. I can't drive in it. And it started back. So, like, honestly, rumors is not supposed to stop until 1 a.m. because y'all know. I'm probably going to tell my age here, but I watch the news on a regular basis. So I was watching the news before we even went live, low-key. So no. While I did enjoy the time where, of course, we get the lockdown in the house, but at the same time, even on Saturday and Sunday when people were prepping for it, it was a pain in the you-know-what, because when I went to the grocery store, yeah, let's just say shopping took way longer than what I wanted it to.
So. That's fair. I had a Target pickup order that took 25 minutes because everybody was there to pick something up. And I saw him carry out at least 3 snow shovels. So
yeah. And see, I got one of those, but at the same time, even though I need it, but I don't need it, but at the same time, I'd rather have it than not have it. I remember when I first moved here, roughly, it's been what? It's been 11 years since I moved to this area. And I remember when I first got here, the first thing people told me when I got my first job here, they were like, yo, it rarely snows here. safe to say, forgive me if I don't believe any of those mother truckers anymore. No, because it's rain. It snowed every single year since I've been here. Point
Literally,
blank.
last year did not count. Last year did not count. It was like snowflakes, like little crumbs.
Again, it snowed every single year since I've been here. So I don't want to hear that. But let's see, we got Divine Photos in the building. He says, "What up? What up, Divine?" Let's see, we got Hood TMZ podcast says salute, and he's laughing. I'm so serious, bro. Like when I first moved here, people was like, "Yo, you good? It don't snow here. We ain't got nothing to worry about. You know, it get cold, but to be honest, you in the right place where the they honestly, let me just put it as how they said it. They said it absolutely positively. They said never. They said never. The key word they told me was never snows here.
Well, you should have knew they was lying about that.
That was a lie, bro. I got lied to. I don't know if they just wanted to make sure I didn't want to go back to where I originally was staying at. Because low key, I miss it every now and then, to be 100. But I know we don't have to talk on and offline where, yeah, I get it, you know. But anyway, yeah, I'm just saying, like, low key, that shit kind of hurt my feelings. I was like, man, it don't snow here. So I was like, maybe it's just this 1 year. By the third year, forgive me if I just don't believe no more. Like my first job here, I'll never forget it. I was working for like 2 weeks straight, and we were told, hey, just take your computers home. You're working from home until further fucking notice, because y'all can't. We ain't getting y'all out here on the road and something happening, and it's on us. So I've had that discussion as well. But it is what it is, man. So anyway, man, let's go ahead and just dive right into one of tonight's topics. I think I want to start with, let's see, I guess we'll start with the Joe Budden, and then we'll go into Lil Durk, and then we'll go into Jim Jones. We'll do Jay-Z, and then we'll close out with the best rap albums of 2024. I feel like that one won't take long, but then it'll take long. So I want to do that one more towards the last 15 minutes of the live. I don't even remember all the albums that dropped last year, but I think we're just going to focus specifically on hip hop here. But like I said, let's go ahead and start with Joe Budden's situation. He has been charged apparently with lewdness for being naked in the hallway, which I didn't know was a thing, but then again, I kind of know that it was a thing. At the same time, maybe he was just having too much fun. Now, Joe Budden is a podcaster / rapper. And it's kind of weird to hear him not actually speak up on this. Now, thank God we haven't seen the actual images of the Ring camera floating around, because I don't want to see that. But
I do. I'm curious. I just want to know.
Typical female here. But it's kind of good that, you know, we have a female on here for that type of stuff, because me personally, while I'm not interested now, if it would have been a female, I probably would have gave the same response. You know, I'll just keep it 100. But
like, let's be for real. It has, like, I want to see it, because I just want to see like how ridiculous was it to call the cops? Because let's be honest, like, how many people, like, if you see somebody walking around outside butt naked, is you really about to insert yourself in whatever they got going on? I would literally be minding my business. Like, oh, is he? Oh, he is.
See, that's the difference. I'm out, and I don't want to sound racist here or anything like that, but that's kind of what we do. Is kind of like this mother trucker. Like, I've literally had somebody tell me at work, said that on their way to work, they've seen somebody on the freeway butt naked here. And I was like, wow, you said you do anything? They're like, no, I went on and drove my ass to work and got the fuck out of his way.
Exactly. And, like,
yeah, and that just seemed like something, you know, some of us would do. So the person that called him almost positive, like, was he bothering them, or was he trying to get back in the house? Did he lose a bet? Like, what the hell was going on? And I'll just kind of telling myself, if I've been in scenarios like that, unfortunately, where you just never know. But at the same time, I wasn't out in public with the shit. But you just never know. Maybe he was having a little too much fun, because apparently this happened on December 4th, but it's just not being known, right? So at the same time, who knows, man? It ain't no telling. You know what? I didn't think of it from that aspect, but yeah, who the hell would call somebody, like, you know what I'm saying? Because to be honest, while it may not be legal to walk around like butt naked, but at the same time, if homie was kind of outside of his apartment trying to get back in, it you know what I mean? It come with the game. So I have a feeling this probably won't go too far, but let me share my screen here. Give me like 2 seconds. And then, yeah, I'm going to read through this real quick. So apparently it says Joe Budden's been charged with lewdness for allegedly being naked in the hallway. The incident allegedly happened December 4th at Budden's apartment complex, which for some strange reason I thought he had his own place, like as in far like he owned his own built, like he was in his own home. But at the same time, who knows? He may have multiple places. You know, a lot of these
Yeah.
people do.
And some people, if they're like singular human beings, they like apartments better because less upkeep and got mono lawn and got no HOA on my butt.
Yeah, but you can't walk around that mother trucker naked, apparently.
Yep.
I'm just saying. Joe Budden was reportedly charged with lewdness earlier this month when his neighbor claimed seeing him naked in a Ring camera footage. It says TMZ reports that Joe Budden was charged on December 4th in Edgewater, New Jersey. The Edgewater Police Department addressed the incident after news of his charge surfaced online. According to the authorities, officers arrived at the apartment complex at 7:21 a.m. after Budden's neighbor claimed they saw Budden standing outside the door naked. The neighbor, I'm sorry, I had to keep a straight face on that. But yeah, it says the neighbors also alleged that Budden tried to get into the apartment via the numbered keypad before returning to his apartment. It says court documents revealed that the neighbor has two minor daughters who were present in the incident. According to the outlet, Joe Budden has been at odds with the neighbor. Oh, there's some petty shit. So there's somebody who, like you said, who caused it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You see the person naked. Yeah, and I know you got minor kids and shit, but like, to be honest, some tells me they saw it on the Ring camera first. Fucking, it's simple. Hey, the motherfucker clearly not trying to be out there. Just don't go around. My thing is too though, why the fuck is Joe Budden randomly butt naked? You know what I'm saying? And it said at 7 something in the morning, so I'm assuming he probably was entertaining some guest. If you catch my drift, right?
You hope he was entertaining somebody, okay?
I'm pretty sure Joe Budden. I hate that. I'm not trying to like judge anybody, but Joe Budden has pulled some very attractive females. So you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure he was out there doing that. But at the same time, it's like that's something you do behind the doors. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. It says, according to the outlet, Budden has been at odds with the neighbors, with Budden claiming he was thrown out of his apartment for recording his podcast there. He also claimed on his podcast that he sleepwalks. So he sleepwalks butt naked? Damn.
Well, no, he sleeps butt naked and he sleepwalks. And he should probably go to sleep in some pajamas then to keep himself out of trouble.
Bro, like too much. Budden has allegedly responded to the reports on his Instagram stories with an image of Jeff Togg, or who is it? Jeff Togg from the Club 520 podcast. So apparently he did say something saying it's, I don't know. He's got like a little emoji face up here where I don't know if he's saying this is true or not true, but something tells me this ain't gonna stick. And if it do stick, it's just gonna be one healthy fucking fine for Joe Budden. You know what I mean? Not trying to defend them here.
You never know. Like some stuff like this is like how it like, people end up on the offender list just for public indecency.
Yeah, but I mean, if this is his first time, he can get a warning. You know what I mean? Not defending him, but he can get a warning.
We hope this is his first time, Mr. I'm a sleepwalker.
Yeah, but at the same time, if you got a neighbor where y'all just don't get along, and I know for a fact that you don't have similar stories too, where your neighbors don't have issues, like, and now I speak for myself, me and my neighbors, I ain't gonna say we at odds. I consider myself the neighborhood watch in my motherfucking area. AKA, I consider myself the tough guy, but I don't bother nobody. There's nothing more I hate is when the new guy come in town and they want to stir up trouble because they don't want to get out. They don't want to follow the rules. I've had that situation as well, and you know what I'm talking about. Homie came. I'm so glad they fucking moved. I swear to God. They were like, let me put it this way. I wasn't upset with what they're doing, but they were just too out in the open and wanted to be seen. And then I guess they thought, well, it may be true, right? I'll just go ahead and throw it out there. And I'm not going to say what it is, but yeah, I do what that motherfucker do. And I did all the other shit. However, I keep my business to my motherfucking self. They were too out in the public with the shit. So it bothered me, right? and that motherfucker stole from me. But I'm gonna leave it right there. You know what I'm saying? Remember, I had to text you and everything, like, yo, I'm about to fuck this motherfucker. Don't know who he fucking with, and you were like, let it go. Remember, you were like,
yeah, I was like, you is becoming like the other people. Just mind your business. And
but I
like,
didn't know. This is the thing. I was minding my business, but he was fucking with me. He was fucking with me. You saw that. I told you. Remember, he stole from me and everything. I'm like, yo, this not.
I know. But remember, at one point, I was like, I don't know. It now just seems like everybody is against him, and he really not doing too much. Like,
yes, the fuck he was. That's the problem. He was doing no. He was doing way too much. And this is the kicker, right? This is the straw that broke the camel's back for me. Whenever I had to get, because they inconvenienced me. Here's the problem that come into play. This motherfucker didn't have his name on a motherfucking thing in the area. He didn't. He already trespassing.
He booted. Okay, so
he's trespassing. You know, it's like
correlation.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a better example. I'll pull up to where y'all live, right? You in a nice, safe neighborhood for the most part. Just imagine if I gotta come stay with y'all for a little bit. I come over there, my name ain't on shit, but I want to be the boss. Yes, it's gonna be a problem with all the motherfuckers in the neighborhood, including yourself. Like, this motherfucker coming over here running shit, and he ain't even supposed to be over here in the first place.
That's supposed to be my gate anyway.
That's my point. They weren't supposed to be over here. You know, so yeah, that's my thing. But that was my problem, bro. Like, this you're not supposed to be over here. You're stealing, you're doing shit that again, I don't give a fuck what you're doing. Just do it inside your motherfucking home. Yeah, do it away from me inside your own motherfucking home. I don't need to know that you and your baby mama beefing. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I get that. That touched the motherfucking spot me. I was
about to say, because you better get right back into the conversations about that man.
I'm gonna leave it alone. But anyway, it says Budden's attorney, which looked like Joe Budden's already got an attorney on spot, says Nina Amira is slammed with the EPD in a statement to TMZ. Mr. Budden is saddened by the police chief Martin's press release. Mr. Budden has also been waiting weeks for his cross complaints to be processed, which include more serious charges, include possible felony charges against the persons behind the charges against him. Him and his neighbors that fucking deep where his guy. See, I will say this: we didn't have.
Come on, you know who he is. You know who he is. You know he got beef with his neighbors. You know he got beef with his neighbors. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. He got beef with his neighbors. You know who he is. You know how his mouth be. Of course he got beef with his neighbors.
Bro, my thing is this: he don't have to have this problem. He can have his own damn neighbor. And I get what you're saying, where it may just be easier to live in a place where everything is just kind of taken care of for you. You know what I mean? But still.
Yeah, like, you know, everything's kept nice. He probably even got extra help too, so it just makes his cleaning people's lives easier that he's in an apartment. Probably save him a little bit of money. But after this, I feel like Lil Boo Boo need to get him a little house on the prairie.
But he already got. I thought he already had one. You know, maybe he sold a motherfucker. I don't know.
Maybe he's on hard times and we just don't know it, and that's why he's acting crazy.
Maybe. It says charges include possible felony charges against the persons behind the charges against him. She wrote, the chief has, in our opinion, sat on those, but instead used his time to gain some free publicity for himself. Chief Martin should seek publicity by doing notable policing, not inflaming disorderly person's allegations. So they're saying it's not true. It says she continued, the allegations against Mr. Budden are a minor charge, not even resulting in an arrest. This is true. So, I mean, to be honest, it's a charge, but he ain't hand in handcuffs. So, I mean, like, worst case scenario, he about to spend some money, but it's going to be annoying. You know what I mean? Anybody who's been in some legal trouble before knows that sometimes
they just allegations, though. Like, she said it's on her camera, her Nest Ring camera.
Yeah, but even still, you can't, with footage and stuff like that, to be honest, you had to go through the proper allegations to have that even permitted in court. If it even goes to court. So if they settle out of court, which sounds like this is where this is headed, you know what I mean? It ain't gonna stick. You know what I mean? Because at the same time, some of this stuff you have to have permissions to, like, case in point of like people who have cameras and stuff in their home and stuff like that. You kind of still have to go through the proper procedures to get that stuff even used. Like, case in point, fun fact for the people who don't know, one of the places that will always be against the law to have a camera. Do you know where that is? The location? It's the
I feel
bathroom.
like you're about to say Canada.
It's the bathroom. I was gonna go.
Oh.
It's the bathroom. No matter.
Well, yeah, because that's like you.
It's indecent exposure.
You're being a pervert.
It's indecent exposure is what the law calls it. That's why, in case in point, and I'm not telling anybody how to do anything illegal here, but if you are,
you better not.
But if you are, right, and you don't want somebody to use a camera, one place where I guarantee you where there's never going to be a camera is a bathroom. They're not allowed to in any state, in any fucking area in the United States, because I don't care if it's even if we have a camera in the bathroom, if we go to court, they can't use that technically. If you got a half a decent attorney, they're not allowed to use that against you because that's indecent exposure. Because
not even not being allowed to, then you get then you yourself would get stalking charges because why do you have a camera in my bathroom?
Yeah, like case in point, it's just like I said, you can't no public restroom, even in private. You can have cameras wherever you want to. That's the one place where even if you got one, that ain't gonna. The judge has to throw it out by law. Just FYI. Don't ask me why I know that. I just do. Anyway.
Nah, that's something you got to explain later. Because
I'm not explaining it later. I just explained everything we need to know. It says she continued that the allegations against Mr. Budden is minor charge, not even resulting in a arrest. Says a charge Mr. Budden is looking forward to beating in court on the merits of not in the press. The chief comments are reckless and, in our opinion, a racially motivated. So he's playing a race card here. Our research has not shown a single press release on a disorderly person charged on the police website this year. It says his choice to single out Mr. Budden, in our opinion, is self-motivated and based off of Mr. Budden's race and celebrity status. Budden discussed sleepwalking on his podcast this month. So he's already claimed he's already had the issue before. It says, I just slept walk with somewhere that I shouldn't have slept walk. He told his co-host and around the 18-minute and 10-second mark. Everyone paused and laughed before he said, that's what happened. And you know how I sleep, but as oh God.
None of it makes sense. He's just talking at this point. Because how's you gonna tell me that you are a known sleepwalker and you still choose to go to sleep like that?
He sleeps butt naked, according to him. He says, good naked sleepwalking. I just did it again. So apparently he's already confessed to the quote unquote crime. Why does Joe Budden sleep butt naked? None of my motherfucking business. Now, to be fair, and I'm not trying to defend him here, but it has been a thing that a lot of people do prefer to sleep butt naked. I'm not one of them.
It is a health benefit to do it, okay?
How?
Because it's for your skin and your pores. And if you are a woman, it's your body is supposed to breathe. So being in clothing 24/7 is actually not good for your skin or your pores whatsoever. So being a little nugget here and there is good. However, if you are a sleepwalker, I suggest you get you a nice button-up flannel pajama set and button all the way up to your neck.
I suggest you lock the goddamn fucking door and don't walk out the motherfucking house. That's what I'm gonna suggest. But yeah, we're gonna transition to this Lil Durk murder for hire trial. It has been postponed to October, so we're gonna touch on that real quick. But let's see what we got in the building, and I'll go from there. It says Divine Photos in the building says, what's up? Read that one. We said Manny with the kick said, Yerp. What up, Manny's? What up? Divine Photo says Joe had the nerve to say he was sleepwalking. He says, this is why you gotta tell dudes stop hunching women in your vehicle. Hey, look, I'm not. We don't know if that's what's happening. I'm assuming, even if you're gonna do all that, right? Because I've been, in my younger days, I've done some pretty wild things. However, you need to be prepared to make sure that you're presentable when you step out of the motherfucker. That's all I'm trying to say. Um, let's see. Devon says this is why he said that one. He says that arrest record for nakedness, I would be embarrassed by. I'm pretty sure he is. That's why he went on and kind of addressed it in his podcast to go ahead before he already knew that shit was gonna make it to the news. So he went on and fucking just go ahead and address it. We got no hype in the building. Says salute with the thumbs up. He says smash that like button. Appreciate that. No hype. Let's see. Betty with the kick says facts to the bond. He must be off a bean. Y'all know what that means. Let's see. Devon says facts, Manny. Like, why are you showing up to your neighbors naked and then putting a coat?
I feel like it's a different story. I feel like because he had beef with that lady that, he was clearly up all night drinking. And in his mind, he was like, it's because she want me. And he was trying to go over there and be like, you want me, don't you? And then he was like, never mind. I'm tripping. Left, but didn't realize he had
allegedly. Yeah, because we don't know. But it's kind of funny. I didn't want to cover the story, but I had to cover it, though. Let's see.
There's no way you're not turned though, because if this is somebody you have beef with, then I feel like anybody in their right mind knows, like, I'm not in the mood to deal with you. So I feel like he just had to be real lit. For some reason, he went outside, came back, got turned around, and was like, "Yeah, this is mine," and then looked and was like, "Oh, hell, this ain't mine." This is why y'all need to put decor on the outside of your doors when you live in complexes and stuff, so even if you didn't read the number right or you're a little dyscalculic or whatever, this is my Mac.
You had no business leaving the motherfucking house. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, you can't stay in your house all day.
Yeah, but you don't want to leave. You don't leave it at 7 a.m. butt naked. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm just saying. Let's see. Men of the Kids got the skull, no hype, laughing. Men of the Kick says, Sin dying laughing in her penthouse. No bueno, Joey. He says, I agree with Nav. Why not if they home? Oh my God, bro. Claire says, yo, my sneaker people 100. It says Joe Budden definitely has been to a Diddy party.
That's the one I saw that was funny. I was like, I knew a Diddy joke was gonna be in here somewhere.
It had to be. And he said Joey was the DJ Slayer. Chill out, bro. Like I said, I don't know, but interesting. I wasn't gonna cover it, but I felt like it was only right to cover it. Let's transition to this Lil Durk situation, murder for hire trial. Postponed to October. So it says there's new court documents in the case involves a large amount of digital evidence and over 20,000 pages of reports. Let's see. It says Lil Durk's murder for hire will be rescheduled. According to the new court documents, Durk's trial will move from January 7th to October 14th, as agreed upon by his defense team and prosecutors on Tuesday. It says the case involves approximately 230 gigabytes of digital evidence, such as audio and video recordings and surveillance footage, and approximately 20,000 pages of reports concerning murder or other violent acts. Photographs is the word I'm looking for here. Witness statements and medical records. It says, according to the filing, the case is so unusual and so complex that the unreasonable to expect the adequate preparation for the pre-trial proceedings for the trial itself will be a speedy trial act time limits. The documents also points to conflicting schedules of defense attorneys who have other trial commitments throughout the year. And that is, I hate to say it, this is kind of what somewhat truth to it. As you know, Durk has had that murder for hire. He's been locked down, denied no bail. He's not getting that. Apparently off of trying to take out Quando Rondo. Keep in mind real quick, I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of update on him. Keep in mind, he pled guilty to his situation, and he is expected to start doing his time this year. The judge let him have Christmas and I think New Year's, but he's supposed to turn himself in within some time this month, right? Okay. This whole situation is really a hot mess that I feel like could have been avoided. If you think about it, we're gonna say rest in peace to King Von. It started with him and Quando Rondo having a little bit of beef, which I don't even know where it really stemmed from, unless I just really go down the rabbit hole. Then apparently looked like it appears. I don't know if this is true, but it looks like Dirk wanted retaliation for King Von, and here we are. Was it really worth it at the end of the day? A lot of people also, you can look at it like this. They were like, yo, King Von, and we don't know what really initially started it, but from the outside looking in, it looked like King Von ran up on Quando Rondo, started whamming on him. Then looks like one of Quando Rondo guys took him out, and Dirk's been trying to get him back ever since. And apparently the charge that he comes across with, don't mean this is true because we don't fucking know a motherfucking thing, but it looks like he's paid to get the retaliation, and now it's all kind of trying to slowly point back to say, like, this is what this is, which is also illegal, even though they missed the mark. I think they got Quando Rondo's friend, but they didn't get him.
I mean, in their mind, I'm sure it's worth it because it's all about principles, this, that, and the third. My man's riding for my man. But I feel like in this day and age of 2025, no, you actually are in a higher tax bracket, my boy. Act like it. Act like you care about it. Like, don't be over here acting like you only got $5 in your pocket.
Yeah, true. The whole situation is kind of sticky now, and this is my thing. A lot of people have been asking is, do we think Dirk will eventually plead guilty? I highly doubt it. Will I think that he probably get like a nice deal? Maybe so. I'm assuming what's going to happen, and I don't know this, but I'm assuming he's going to sit behind the bars for quite some time, kind of like similar to Thug, kind of similar to even YNW Melly, where eventually you might as well go ahead and take a deal and get the fuck on up out of there. I'm not saying that what it is, but they're saying, obviously he's going to sit behind there as long as he has to get the right deal. We've seen that come time and time again. Sometimes you don't get the sweet deals though. So I'm very curious how this is gonna go for Dirk. I'm gonna read through the rest of this article, but let me also touch the chat real quick. Let's see where we at. Manu Kicks, we read that one. Slayer says at Manu with the Kicks with the skulls. Slayer says Joe Budden definitely pumped it up. Y'all got jokes. Long Beach Joe Jess in the building says at Polo salutes in respect to you and the other panelists. Happy New Year's to all. Okay, appreciate that, homie. Appreciate that. Y'all smash that like button as y'all come in and out. We're gonna be on the joint for like another 20. It says Dirk co-defendant, 36-year-old, and I guess it's Asa Boogie Houston. These people got some names. It says ejected to delay while DeAndre Duntel Wilson, 33 years old, requested a pre-plea sentence report through his lawyer. It says the 32-year-old rapper born Dirk Devontae Banks was arrested last year in October in Florida and faces charges including conspiracy, murder for hire, and firearm use of violent crime. It says the charges stem from the alleged 2022 retaliation shooting in Los Angeles that supposedly targeted Quando Rondo, but instead killed his cousin, Lob Pope. Hopefully I'm saying his name correctly. It says, despite his attorneys offering $3.3 million in property in cash and property last month, Dirk was denied bond and remains in custody per the Chicago Tribune. So pretty much that's from the news. So he's been denied bail, and I'm not surprised, right? And he's offered $3.3 million. That's a lot of money. But keep in mind, too, a lot of people need to understand that sometimes when you set these bills up, you still got to put up only 10%. And let me clarify this. 10%, that's still $300-some thousand.
Yeah, that's still a pretty penny.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's a lot of money for me.
I don't got that.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. So for him to put that up, man, he's finna get back out here and get back to fucking work. But I'll say this. Usually if you can get bail, you got a chance of fucking cutting the deal and working it out and making, you can kind of negotiate the shit, from what I get from it.
Yeah, because you could be more proactive and actually part of your case as opposed to when you're just sitting. It's like, all right, is you gonna come see me today? Is you gonna talk about this today? Did you do that? Like, you gotta just be on people when you're allowed to touch your phone.
And those jail calls, they're all recorded for the most part, unless you're talking to your attorney. Don't ask me why I know this. I just know.
It's on TV. Everybody knows it's attorney-client privileges.
Yeah, so that one is not supposed to be recorded, but they have a different number to dial versus everybody else. Just FYI. I know personally. So anyway, we're gonna transition to the next topic here. We're gonna go. Jim Jones trashes modern sneaker culture. I'll be watching all these weird dudes doing sneaker shows. This is quote from Jim Jones, not me. I'm just reading the article here. So I definitely wanted to touch on this one real quick because obviously we do majority sneakers over here, but I definitely wanted to get just the thoughts on this article, and then we'll transition to the Jay-Z update, and then we'll talk the top best rap hip hop albums for 2024 to close out. But it says Jim Jones is confident that the sneaker culture began with drug dealers back in the day, and he feels it's since morphed into something totally different. Taken to Instagram on Thursday, January 2nd, the Dipset rapper shared a note that read, "Sneaker culture started with drug dealers. Argue with your mama." That's Jim Jones speaking, not Jeremy Jones. It says he elaborated. Go ahead. What'd you say?
I said the Jones. That's crazy, but no. Continue, and then I'll say what. Yeah.
He says he elaborated in the caption, adding, "Who made Nike and Reebok fly? And before the Pumas and Adidas, Michael Jordan made them, but the drug dealers made me want to buy them. Nowadays, most basketball sneakers are not fashionable anymore. Why a lot of sneaker companies losing it right now. I be watching all these weird dudes doing sneaker shows and sneaker reviews. Never had a hustle to get a pair that don't know the risk to the thrill factor. Most of them never had a pair of Jordans when they came out. That only brought out retros." Okay, Jim, you're stretching here for me personally. Like, I get what he's saying, but at the same time, I grew up in an area, and where we grew up before me and my mom moved to a certain area, we was in the project too. The dope dealers and all the people that were supposedly those guys in my areas, they didn't make me want to buy the J's. It was I don't even know what really kind of got us. You know what got me into it? It's the whenever it was the thought of having something that my parents said that it was just too expensive at the time. My daddy bought me a few, but not a lot. And he most likely 10 times out of 10 said, hell no, I'm not paying $100 plus for some motherfucking shoes. You can get these over here.
So for you, it's like you're like reliving your childhood, but like how you would have wanted it. Like I'm getting all the shoes that everybody said no about. So that's understandable. But I would say, because you already know, I'm not a sneakerhead. I'm not a hype star, none of that. I wear all of my shoes as if I am a 12-year-old. I wear them wherever I walk, wherever. I will step in some mud and not cry about it at all. So I would say from my perspective, I feel like this is a very this is a long stretch. Like you pulled this out of the most deepest crevices.
Randomly too.
You just don't like these people of this, because here's the thing, you can't say that like drug dealing and rappers and all that started the sneaker hype. No, it all started from athletics. It all started from athletics and people wanting to be athletes. And if I'm more correct, a drug dealer, the gangbangers, the street guys could have never, ever, ever told anybody to get these $200 pairs of shoes or made you feel like you should get them, because you knew if they caught you, they was gonna make you come up out your shoes. So,
I think everybody has their own unique like story of why they got into sneakers. So him trying to speak on the culture in general and say like, hey, the dope dealers is the one. They're not. It wasn't that. Mine is not that at all.
Him, like they made that
exactly.
Dope dealer made me want to get these shoes, but
exactly. Where we at? Slayer says Jim Jones tweaking, bruh. Long Beach says I like Jim Jones, but his perspective on this is way off. He thinks everything started with drug dealers. Also, his grammar is terrible. Oh, most definitely. I'm glad y'all realized it wasn't my reading. I read it how he typed the motherfucker. That's what I'm saying. Let's see. Devon says back then, dope boys may have worn the best kicks, but even dope boys told good ninjas to stay out the streets. Exactly. All the dope dealers and stuff that I saw, they wouldn't let you be. They was like, hey, yo, you go home. Honestly, they wouldn't even let me be around them. And I have a family member, and I'm not going to say who were in this detail, this, that, and the third. Even they told me like go the fuck home. They didn't want me to be around this shit. Now at the time I was like, man, what the fuck you? I'm no, you know what make you so much better, but I get it, and I'm glad they did. You know, and
They're
yeah,
being good influences, even though people didn't think that they were. They still let the youth know you don't want to be like me. So go to your mama.
Exactly.
And listen to your mama.
Slayer says, Nav speaking facts. Let's see where we at. Devon says just shows you where Jim's mentality. Exactly, bro. Jim. Not everybody. I'm almost and see he don't like it because majority of today's sneakerheads, we don't talk about dope dealing this and the third because that's not really what got us into the shit, dude. What he stretch. This is a stretch. I'll agree. This is a stretch. Let's see. Devon says maybe Jim because Complex didn't include him anymore. Yeah, because Complex do their like sneaker stuff at the end of the year, and he wasn't on the shit no more. Jim Jones is a well-known sneakerhead, but at the same time, you gotta have some variety in there. I mean, RIP to DJ Clark Kent, but some tells me he wasn't inspired by the dope dealers, and I'm gonna just leave it right there. RIP.
Something's just telling me.
Yeah, RIP to DJ Clark Kent. Says always wanted to share his thought. Jim Jones also recently reflected on Nas' role in the greater hip hop landscape. Nothing that rapper changed everything. Noting that rapper changed everything. Nas may have did, but at the same time, I remember when Nas and y'all motherfuckers was beefing too. But I'm gonna leave that alone. It says the rapper stopped by the God Show to Raise Daniels in the late October and talked about Nasty Nas' influence on modern hip hop music. He began in the 90s eras with the starting at the switch, and the person that made the switch from the arrows was Nas. I'm assuming that's some New York shit. Nobody ever understands how this shit works. Nas came in with a different aesthetic and a different rhyme pattern, a different cadence that could not be touched. The topics that was talking about were topics that were very near and dear to young generations that were actually living and coming at the time. Says this was my high school years, and he was talking about the ish that was just loving to do, but the way that he was rhyming put a whole different speed on it. His futuristic with the shit, and he did. A lot of the older rappers couldn't switch the flow, and they axed him out, and then became a whole new generation of rap and music. Jim Jones is all over the motherfucking place with this. Says he added that Nas changed raps thanks to his verses on the main sources live at the barbecue, which I remember that. But at the same time, dog, you went from talking sneakers to talking Nas, and just for the people who don't remember, Jim Jones was over there at Rockefeller, and at one point Nas was at beef with Rockefeller. I know that. I'm not going to go there too in depth in it, but this is Music Monday. Just fun facts. I'm not going to go too in depth with it because I know we got a lot of people in NY that, you know, at one point, a lot of people may not know this, and you may not know this, but Jay-Z and Nas was beefing at one point too.
Yes.
Right, which makes me transition to the next topic here. Jay-Z giving the green light to file a motion to dismiss the R lawsuit. And I'm saying R for YouTube purposes here because y'all know how they do with trying to take the stream down if you use the wrong words on here. And I'm going to just leave it at that. Where we at real quick, I'm going to hit the chat. Let's see. Menor Kick says, there is truth what Jim is saying, though, but time changed. It may be some slight truth, but it's also a stretch too, Manny.
It's a stretch.
It's a stretch. Slayer says Jim.
Like maybe like 10% of people.
Jim definitely ain't invited to the barbecue. Jim, I would say this, man. No disrespect, and he's living proof. All you need is one hit. I'm gonna just leave it at
one hit.
No, it's not, and that's not a diss. That's not a diss, by the way. If you do it right, if you make like Coolio, you know, RP to Coolio, but all honesty in rap music, if you make the right hit, a timeless hit, you can live off that mother trucker as long as you need to. You know what I'm saying? So
we played enough. Mariah Carey probably makes a billion off of her Christmas song that every Christmas we
she has multiple hits, but her main hit, yeah, that's one of them. Let's see. Menor Kick says fun facts. Mace taught Jim how to rap. Okay, appreciate that. Mace also, you know, another rapper I feel like that don't get his just dues, but he's also been working with Cameron. Let's transition to the Jay-Z situation real quick. It says Jay-Z is allowed to press forward with his latest motion to have his R case lawsuit dismissed as a judge has ruled. Judge Alyssa Torres granted a request on Thursday, January the 2nd, from the rap legend and his legal team to be able to file a dismiss motion for the bombshell lawsuit, which accuses Hove of R-ing a 13-year-old girl alongside with Diddy 25 years ago. The request was opposed by the anonymous accuser attorney Tony Busby, and the woman has until the end of February to file a counter. Jay-Z lawsuit. Alex Sparrow has already laid out the argument for why the suit should be dismissed, and the earlier filing citing that legal loopholes requiring that the time and location of the alleged are. I'm saying all that for YouTube purposes, guys. I'm saying all that for YouTube purposes. It says in it, Sparrow incited that the women's claim doesn't fall underneath the loop back window of New York City's Victims Gender Motivated Violence Protection Act, as the alleged assault occurred several months after the lawsuit was established. Plaintiff alerts and asserts a violation of the GMB law that conducts that the properly occurred in September 2000s is when it's all supposedly allegedly went down. But the GMB lawsuit was not enacted in December 19, 2000s, 3 months after the fact, claims that the conduct occurred and cannot apply retroactively to complete cause of action unavailable to the plaintiff at the time of the questioning in the filing reads. Sparrow further argued that the lawsuit should be tossed because the statute of the applies to the incidents that within city limits, whereas the woman claimed she was arred at a property that Sparrow says would have been located outside of the territorial boundaries of New York. So basically what he's trying to say, her story's not really truly adding up. And we've seen her interview, and I'm not saying if it's true or not true, but I'm going to say this, it is some stuff that needs to be further explained if you ask me. I'm not saying him and Diddy didn't do it. I'm not saying they did do it because I don't fucking know because I wasn't there, but it is suspect. And I'm also another firm believer as into why wait 25 fucking years later?
Well, no, you already know I'm going to disagree with the whole like timeline limit. 25 years, I'm not going to hold you. That's a
long time.
You know me. I address something the second I got a problem. So 25 years, that's a really long time to hold something of that caliber into yourself. But again, remember, I already don't. Her daddy don't remember this, bruh. If your daddy of all people, because
he don't remember. He don't remember.
Most dads are very protective of their daughters. So if your daddy's like, huh? This happened when, then like I'm just not convinced because I feel like your daddy would be the first to be like, I've been trying to tell y'all about this since that day.
Exactly. Long Beach Show Jet says, yep, Jay and Nas was beefing crazy. Nas cooked him, though, got yourself a gun. Ether was something that Jay couldn't deal with. Jay win the war, though, because Nas ended up working with him, and then I would say they squashed the beef. I wouldn't say Jay won the war. I would say Nas won that.
I wouldn't say they squashed it. They just came to a business agreement.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, they got older, and I'm glad to see that it didn't end on how some of these beefs normally end. And I'm gonna leave it right there. Man with the Kick says it's more than 10% of the Big Apple, but I've seen it growing up in the city. Should have kept that to yourself. Random clickbait, So I mean, yeah, like I said, I don't know if it's true or not, but definitely suspect. It says the plaintiff.
That's a good point, though. Clickbait, because some people when they die down and they're like being like popular or popping or trending, like they start to talk a little craziness just to get popping again.
Yeah, you just never know. It says the plaintiff alleges that she was arred at an after party hosted by Diddy as a large white residence with a gated U-shaped driveway, roughly 20 minutes away from the car, by the car of NYC Radio City Music Hall, where the 2000 MTV Video Music Awards was hosted earlier that night. Sparrow and his conference at the Rock Nation headquarters earlier this month, where he presented the evidence that says that he refuses to claims against the client. During the presentation, the attorney showed photos of Jay-Z at a different event to one of his accusers said that he was at, and claimed that none of the properties owned by Puff at the time match what the description of the lawsuit. So yeah, definitely more to that story that's got to come out, man. If if they're going to continue to follow up on that one. So let's transition to the last 5 minutes of the live. The best rap albums of 2024 ranked, right? And some of these I can tell you that I haven't even pretty much heard, but they do have it from 20 all the way down to 1, which I didn't know Chief Keef even dropped an album this year, but apparently he did a Chief Keef, and then the album is Almighty Soul 2. So apparently that's been a thing.
It was
Chief
a soft launch.
Oh, really? Okay, cool. So I haven't heard the joint, but I do like Chief Keef. I want to say his first album. I can't even think of the name of the joint. It's some bangers on there when he was actually signed, and I ain't gonna say he was trying, but Chief Keef for me, man, I feel like he's one of the last little like Chicago's rappers that's kind of like, honestly, he's kept his nose clean and just made music and stayed to himself. I'm not saying he's the richest, but he's nowhere near the quote unquote poorest, so to speak. So got to give it up to Chief Keef. So apparently he's made number 20. Again, if we go down all the rap art albums that's dropped this year, I don't feel, or last year in 2024, I should say, I don't feel like we've had a lot. I'm not saying R&B, I'm saying hip hop and rap, totally two different things.
There weren't a lot of drops. There was a lot of beef. I think that's why. Like, I feel like nobody could really drop their album because it was always a beef between this person and that person, this and that. Or this is on the news with this person in court and such. So it's like I can't drop my album because it's not going to get the views it should right now because everybody's focused on this.
True. At number 19, they have Ab Soul Burger, which I didn't listen to that one, but that's at number 19. Now, number 18, they have J. Cole. Might delete this later. Now, I remember this actually dropping, and I think it had that diss where he did go with Kendrick, but then he eventually deleted it and said he didn't want no parts of the beef. But I do remember that one. I personally wasn't too impressed. To me, man, J. Cole, I'm going to just keep it 100. J. Cole, dope rapper, but not all his stuff hit to me personally. And I'm going to just leave it there. Just the same as far as Kendrick. Not all this shit hit for me.
Like either. 85% of J. Cole hit, though.
I say it's 50-50 for me.
Okay.
Person. At number 17, we got Big Sean, Better Me Than You, which I rock with Big Sean more. I feel like Big Sean don't get enough shine. You know, no disrespect. But to be fair, the problem with Big Sean, in my opinion, a lot of his shit sounds the same. He's not versatile, but he does have He does have some fire music. He's just not versatile. I think that's where he's lacking at.
He does, but like a lot of it just sounds the same. So you get bored fast.
But at the same time, I feel him as far as one of those, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I'll leave it at that. Number 16, we have I'm just saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Or he got to find a way to transition it where it doesn't hurt him, you know. But number 16, they have Big X the Plug, Take Care, which I'm not familiar with any of his music, but that's
Big X the Plug, he is popping. He is great. He's great. I said to you, remember, you said you didn't like that song that much. The Largest.
Oh yeah, I remember you sent me that, bud. Yeah, I'm good.
Oh no, Big X is he popping. I don't care what you say, he popping.
I'm good. Benny the Butcher is coming in at number 15 with Everybody Can't Go. I didn't listen to it, but I do remember watching his Breakfast Club interview. So I didn't listen to the album. Benny the Butcher, I don't know. I'm very particular when it comes to my music too. Number 14 on the list, which I don't see why he should be on here, but Freddie Gibbs, You Only Die Once. Didn't listen to that. I'm just saying. So number 13, they have Future and Metro Boomin. We Still Don't Trust You. I'm surprised to see this coming at number 13 because the way this took off, the We Don't Trust You, that was that whole like when Kendrick took off with the whole diss and all that on there, even though this is technically a Future like album, but I think it has that song on there where Kendrick did go at Drake, you know, and that kind of kicked the whole thing off, if I'm not mistaken. We're going to go to number 12, Kanye West and Ty Dolla $ign, Vultures 1, which I remember that dropping, but I couldn't get into it and I didn't listen to it, but I know a lot of people showed up for it. Number 11, they have Glorilla. Her album is Glorious. Now, this is my bae low-key on the low. I rock with it. Female rap to me all sounds the same, but she is very attractive to me, so I will entertain it. But yeah, she's coming
I
in
think
number.
she has a very unique sound, though. I wouldn't say that
She's
there's
based
anybody
out of
else.
Memphis, and I like the accent. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot. You know, I'm a sucker. You know how I am a sucker for certain.
The country girls.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. You know, number 10, they have Ben Staples' Dark Times, which I didn't listen to that joint, but that's at number 10. Now, number 9, this one I can absolutely positively say this will never make a list for me ever. I'm not a fan of any of his well, I'm not a fan of all of their music, but it's Eminem, The Death of Slim Shady. Again, I didn't listen to it. Y'all know me. I know a lot of people support Eminem. I'm not a big Eminem fan anymore. I used to be when I was growing up. But at the same time, listening to him as an adult, it just don't kick for me. But he's still considered one of the quote unquote goats, whether I agree with it or not.
Yes, he is still considered a legend, a
I
goat. He's
don't see
still
why. I don't see why. But yeah.
up there.
Number 8.
Don't do that to him.
Number 8, we have Raspity. It says, "Please don't cry." I feel like she don't get the credit that she deserves.
At all.
Number 7, we have LL Cool J, The Force, which he is a true goat. But at the
Don't
same
laugh
time,
at me. I didn't even know he still made music.
no, I can't really knock you for that one because LL, to be honest, I feel like it's one of those. He acts more than he drops music too, kind of like with Will Smith.
Yeah, so I kind of thought he like was retired in a sense from the music part or whatever.
I can see that. I can see that. I'm not even gonna give you a hard time for that one. Number 6, they have Common and Pete Rock, which these are two old school legends as well. They did like a collaborative album called The Auditorium Volume 1. Number 5, which I didn't even know he even dropped an album, which I don't think he dropped. To be honest, I haven't listened to his shit from way back in the day, which is Schoolboy Q. It's called Blue Lips. Didn't even know he dropped an album, but yeah, that dropped.
That was another like soft launch. Like it wasn't really no like promo for it.
Interesting. Okay, cool. So you know about it. Now
So
this one
very
I'm probably about to butcher the name here. Number 4, they have Dolce. I'm assuming is Dolce, like DOE.
Yeah, Dochi.
Okay.
Dochi.
The album is called Alligator Bites Never Heal. I didn't name the shit. This is what it's called.
Because it's beautiful.
And then number 3, they have Metro. They have Future and Metro Boomin. We Don't Trust You, which again, that's kind of I feel like they're cheating because I feel like we all kind of named that. I guess Future did his own type of album release, and then they did I guess a collab album, which I thought was the same thing, but I guess maybe I thought wrong here with the whole thing. I'm trying to scroll up to make sure because I could have sworn we named that already, but apparently it's its own thing. So Future and Metro Boomin is like a collab album, and then Future has his own album. So I guess it says We Don't Trust You. That was number 13, but they have it again. So I'm assuming maybe they're saying the quote unquote deluxe version. If I had to take away from this, to be honest,
the EP and the regular version.
Yeah, in my opinion, same fucking shit. If you ask me, but that's only if you ask. Number 2, and I didn't listen to this one, but I did see that J-Rod did throw this one in the Discord, was Tyler the Creator. Now I'm gonna try to pronounce this album. It is called Chroma Kia. Hopefully I'm reading that correctly, but I haven't listened to it, but he did recommend it. But it's at number 2, and I've heard nothing but great things about that one as well. And then
there's actually like I've tried to listen to some of it. I feel like you have to be a certain kind of person to really, really like Tyler the Creator, like stand him and stuff. I will say Northwest is one of his biggest fans, and she also named one of the songs from him on that album as her favorite song currently at the moment. So I don't even know, but like, yeah, apparently it goes real hard. That it's made it all the way to Northwest ears.
I may check it out a little bit. And then in number 1, they have Kendrick Lamar, GNX. Now we did do a album review on this one, like when we first went live, months ago, and we both kind of agreed where I'll speak for myself and you can speak for yourself. To me, I wasn't impressed with it. Again, Kendrick to me, dope rapper, but at the same time, Doug, it just wasn't. I have to be in the.
We didn't have enough likes to dislikes, I'll say, because I could go through an album and I'll say if I play a whole album and I walk away with like, yeah, I just added 7 of these songs to my playlist. Boom, beautiful. But like I added all of like one from the entire album.
I just have to be in the mood to listen to Kendrick, in my opinion. That's just me. I have to be in the mood to listen to Kendrick. Period.
You got angry? You gotta have beef?
Nah, I don't.
Be angry?
No, I don't even gotta have beef, no nothing. I just have to be in the mood where I'm like, you know what? I want to put on some Kendrick. And to be honest, majority of Kendrick songs that I do like, it features somebody. I don't want to listen to Kendrick by himself. No disrespect.
Oh dang. You gotta have a feature, bruh.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't mean no harm to the West Coast fans out there like that. And I'm not saying Kendrick isn't good, but I just don't want to hear a whole Kendrick album without some feat. I rather listen to Kendrick.
That's not really an insult, because you know how like it depends on vocals. So if he can't hear, like if he can't hit every vocal octave, then he needs a feature for people who can hit those other octaves.
True. Let me get the chat and then we'll wrap things up here. We're just coming on the hour and 5 minute mark, but let's go ahead and wrap things up here for tonight. But where we at real quick? It says, where we at? Let's see. Where we at? Man with the Kick says, Hove did the big bank take little bank to Nas, but they both goats at the end of the day. Man with the Kick says, who made this? Who made this K-Dot? Let's see. Man with the Kicks. Oh no, we got Divine says, who you think of Luigi Ball song Tweaker? What do you think of Luigi Ball song Tweaker? I haven't heard it. I need to listen to that shit. I haven't heard it. I haven't heard it at all. So I'm not gonna make a thought on it because I haven't heard it, Divine.
Not yet, at least.
Yeah, I'll listen to it.
Discord later.
Hey, post the link in the music section of the Discord and I'll check it out and I'll give you my thoughts on it from there, if that's a deal with you. And then let's see. Manuel the Kick says, shit ass Divine. Manny, chill, bro. Chill. But we've been on the joint for an hour and 7 minutes. Let's go ahead and wrap things up here for the night. Appreciate everybody be coming through and being active in the chat. Really means a lot. This is Music Monday. I'll see you guys again on Wednesday with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast. But until then, y'all smash that like button, sub up to the channel if you're new, and if you haven't done so already. Of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers, occasional trial hauls. Y'all sign up for that Sold Out Discord if you haven't done so already. The link is pinned at the top of the chat. It's free to sign up. Of course, where we continue the music talk, we got a food section, a sports section, and of course, we talking sneakers over there. I'll see you guys again on Wednesday, and I'm gonna let Nab go ahead and take us out for tonight.
All right, y'all. It was a good talk, good laughs. I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their week. I'll be over here doing snow dances, trying to keep the snow going, even though Polo will hate it so much. But yeah, I just hope everyone has a nice, safe, warm week, and that's all.
All right, man. So I'll see you guys again on Wednesday with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast. But until then, man, y'all smash that like button, sub up, and yeah, we're officially out, man. Peace.
December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm all in now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry, oh why? Oh, I'ma cry, oh why? Oh, I'ma cry, oh why? I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm all in now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry, oh why? Oh, I'ma cry, oh why? Oh, I'ma cry, oh why? I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December.